Welcome everybody. Been a long time since I commented on a game of GSC UU. I'm have no intention of doing a regularly upload because I honestly don't feel like it. I'm just gonna record this in one go and boom, 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 like that. So what I do want to say, you know, UUPL, GSC underused. That's it. It's a week 4 game, and I thought I would check it out. We're currently in week 5, but I don't really care. I don't know the scores. I don't really know the teams. All I know is I've seen Raichy play before. He's kicked my ass in some invitational in GCUU. So yeah, we'll have a look at this. I saw the first 3 turns, but yeah, we got Needle lead versus Electrode. Interestingly enough, that could signify that Beraldinhoo, at least off the first turn there, you would get the impression that that could be a potential boom plus baton pass team. He calls it Baldo. I would only expect Nito to go for EQ here. Goes for Thief instead, possibly thiefing, possibly targeting just anyone, any good Mon with lefties, really. Gets Blastoise, which I think is good. Gonna go to Quill. Now, you don't normally want to do this if you have a Haze Quillfish. You do if you have a Curse, that's another story. So we do see that Beraldinhoo goes for 2 surfs in a row, suggesting that he doesn't have a hidden power with which to hit the Quillfish. The Quillfish is probably Curse. He's gonna go for Spikes here because, for the simple reason, that it was almost in range of a 2-hit KO. It wasn't quite, but it was almost in range. So you'd hate to get crit. And as a result, he preemptively uses rest because it's a rest sleep talk thing. He also doesn't have lefties recovery, so, Now, Raichy's in a position where he can defend the spikes either with something like a Haunter, or he can just set up with Curse and hopefully get some leftovers back. I think, or you could do that. That's also not bad. But Beraldinhoo gets a good roll with the rapid spin right on the turn where Electabuzz was going to come in. Gets another Thief and steals another bit of lefties. Mind you, lefties on Electrode are not at all that valuable. We do see a Blastoise on Raichy's end, so a lot of spikes control going on, looking like a semi-stall. And Beraldinho's team is just kind of more rogue-like, if you ask me, with a psychic, your special attack answer, your special wall in Hypno. You got a Quagsire, which could be Belly Drum, maybe. And then you have a spinner and an explosion user. I feel like these are 4 archetypes in one. And Raichy's is more semi-stall. I've seen it before. And he's been rocking it pretty well. So Blastoise, really thick Mon. With the lefties, it can be very reliable. So there you go. Gets those leftovers back. It's going to use Rest just to get rid of that very annoying and crippling T-Wave there. And it would appear that this Blastoise isn't Sleep Talk, so could have HP Electric for the sole purpose of hitting Quillfish back, especially Curse Quillfish. But I could be wrong. We're going to see soon. Now, does Raichy react and go to Electabuzz, or does he stay in? He full paras as Beraldinhoo goes to the NU top tier Mon Xatu. Not top tier in any way when it comes to underused, though. So the NU Pokemon, Xatu. Not exactly that strong. It has to compete with a lot of other psychics in underused. So yeah, he's gonna steal away lefties from Electabuzz, but that just means that Electabuzz can go for Thief again. So Beraldinhoo is gonna go to Electrode, throw out a T-Wave. Even if he booms, he does not Oko the Nidoqueen unless he crits. So yeah. In comes the Quaggy. Doesn't particularly like taking that kind of damage there. And Granbull's going to come in, probably signaling Beraldinhoo to go to a normal resist of some sort. Raichy's going to stay in. He's not calling any bluff here. He knows that the Zatu is not too threatening, at least not immediately. The return is going to hurt a lot, and so Beraldinhoo scrambles to his possible check in Blastoise, but Blastoise is strong, but it's not. It's certainly not a Curse Granbull answer, unless you crit. If you crit, that's another story, and clearly Raichy did not prepare for crits. He's such a bad player. Oh my god. Okay. And see, look at that. He goes for spikes on the turn where his opponent is obviously going to get rapid spin. What kind of strategy is that? Optimize your play, bro. There you go. See, that was a good turn because Blastoise got rest after the sleep talk. So now Thunder does a nifty amount to that Hypno. Probably doesn't want to stay in. Gonna go to Nido, yeah, especially after seeing the T-Wave. So a lot of T-Wave spam, meaning that this Quagsire in the back is almost certainly a belly drum Quag. So Blastoise is going to come in, basically just stalling on that Hypno. And we have yet to see if Beraldinhoo has a Heal Beller. We certainly see a very, very strong Blastoise that is getting all the rapid spins it needs. But no Ditto, and thank God, because that would have been really, really boring to watch. Granbull on Quag. So Granbull is just faster than this slowpoke of a salamander fish thing, and now Scyther's going to go for some double edge, not a baton pass mod, just straight up double edge. T-Wave hidden power, so not screens, I think, at least not dual screens. And in comes Granbull. So two teams that lack any normal resist, which is awkward. And now, what is he going to do? Raichy's going to go to his Scyther, probably go for a double edge, just straight up double edge here. What am I seeing? Okay. I give the edge to Raichy if he can just cancel out. Okay, so it's not Curse. We most certainly would have seen Curse at this point. He's gonna he had to sack the Scyther, unfortunately for him, but he does have a Haze Quillfish to slow down that Granbull. He can go to Electabuzz. Thunder certainly KOs that at that range. It's gonna Thief, so Thief would also have been still valuable and good enough for that Granbull. So, yeah, gets a good Thief on Hypno. He basically stole 3 leftovers with 2 Thief Pokemon, and that's because the Zatu took some lefties. So now that actually ended up hindering Beraldinhoo more. And this Nidoqueen better be, yeah, it's Moonlight, so we've already seen that. And he's going to switch out. He's going to go to Gran. As we know, Granbull's faster, so he can rest up here. But, hanging on by the skin of its big 2 pink fang-like teeth. And in comes Blastoise again. So we know at this point, I would pretty much say safely that if this were Sleep Talk, he would have used it by now. But we didn't see it, so we're going to spam Surf and get a crit. So he's starting to, copy the strategy of his opponent, saying, you know what, I can also use this very winning strategy that requires a lot of skill. And Granbull is going to set up and use Curse. So behind a Reflect, the Blastoise is in a much better position to annoy Granbull. But we're going to see how Raichy plays. He's not one to just click the wrong move. He is a cold and calculating machine of a player. He's really good. So he's at +2. Oh man, just as I say that, see, this is what I get for respecting people who get crit all the time. That's clearly a sign of not being skilled as a player. So, yeah, sure. Double on the Zatu. Oh, wow. Like, can you even freeze, bro? Can you even freeze a Quagsire as it comes in? Guess not. Like, do you even have what it takes to win? Please. He's going to rest up. This could be a good time to belly drum, maybe. But I would have done that. I definitely would have belly drummed. But I'm not a guy who crits left and right. Actually, I am. Whatever. So Zatu coming in to do absolutely jack shit and go back out. And we did finally see the sleep talk, as a matter of fact. So Raichy was essentially just getting his opponent to waste PP. Amazing double. Great double there. Goes to the Granbull, and he's going to rest back up. So, sarcasm aside, I actually think that if he can just break through this Blastoise, he'll be in a good spot and will actually could win, could win. Beraldinhoo, on the other hand, it's not, I can't put it past him because he has a team of 6 versus only 4 Mons, and one of these is an Exploder, so that definitely means something. But I don't know. It seems like the team he has isn't necessarily, despite the strong Mons, aren't necessarily conducive to a sort of win condition. I think that he could have played things in a certain way a little differently. The Psychic is going to damage the Granbull, but it's certainly not going to be enough in and of itself. The Thunder from the Electrode would have threatened it. Electabuzz gets parried into a full para, so now it is kind of useless. It's there to sort of just annoy things, and Raichy is going to be forced once again to go back to the Blastoise. So it's a good thing Beraldinhoo didn't click Belly Drum earlier, because he would have been in a really bad spot, because this Blastoise is, in fact, Sleep Talk. So goes to click Rest, meaning he'll be able to come back a couple more times on that Quag. So he's at least not threatened, and that's what I mean with this whole thing, this whole mumbo-jumbo. See, Electabuzz, despite being crippled and everything, is going to help take out that Electrode at this point, because really, Raichy doesn't want to risk anything else getting hit. Hidden Power. So it's a Hidden Power Rock Quag, but there's no flying types around anymore, so yeah. Granbull's going to come back and hope not to get hit by some Sleep Talk. Oh, there is no Sleep Talk because it's not a Sleep Talk Hypno. So Granbull is going to, yeah. Three moves Hypno is not that bad. Actually, it's one of the few Pokemon that is pretty good when it comes to just using like Rest, because it's one of the few Pokemon that can actually take a couple of hits. Thing is, I think that this Granbull on Beraldinho's side might have been a Heal Bell, hence why so many of his Mons have only like Rest. But the fact that it's Heal Bell on the same set as Curse sounds kind of bad. Now Raichy might switch out. Yeah, just go straight to Blastoise. This Hypno is not super threatening because of the Blastoise. So Blastoise is actually pretty good. Lantern would have been super threatening for Reggie's team, but we don't have Lantern here. So Granbull's going to set up, and surely enough, it's very threatening right now. Even behind a Reflect, that there you go. See, Raichy is learning from his opponent. He's learning that it takes a lot of skill to use crits. and so he's outdoing the opponent in their own strategy. No, okay, I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody. Um, yeah. So Raichy's Granbull's slower, meaning K-Bald can rest. But yeah, I don't know if he was supposed to pretend that it was a heel belt. No, yeah, it's not a heel belt. That's so odd. I would have definitely put heel belt on this team, but whatever. All right, so we got a Granbull war. Oh frick! I need to learn to enunciate, guys. So Granbull war, not unlike your Snorlax war, but they hit a lot harder despite the lack of double edge. And Raichy's Granbull goes down, so that's very, very troublesome. Rest. Raichy says it's not his day. This happened just over a week ago, actually. So we're going to see how this plays out. Another Surf, and a Curse means that the Blastoise manages to take him out, and that's exactly what happens. Any other of the other two moves would have probably meant victory for Beraldinhoo. So it came down to a lot of awkward plays here. I would probably, yeah, he goes to Electabuzz, which makes sense, so he can keep the Nido, which is one of his keys to victory. He's going to go back to Blastoise. The Blastoise is not threatened, and he better click Belly Drum at some point because he's got to win if he wants to win. There it is. Finally, the Belly Drum is just out of range of a Surf. So he's going to go for EQ, and we're going to see whether or not this Nidoqueen has something to say about this. Kind of interesting not to go to your own Blastoise, but it's really, I would say Beraldinhoo won, but look at how much damage that Earthquake is doing. I don't know. Could be a last moment skillful crit that'll come in and save the day, because this game has been nothing but that. And let's see. EQ with constant, and there it is. Proof of concept that I don't guarantee that you will be able to have the same success as these two players, but they have definitely shown a higher level of play with their crits. I'm obviously joking around. I did not know that there would be so many, but anyways, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a nice little game of GCUU. I hope that you learned something. And one thing I definitely say is to bring a Granbull check, or just be at a high level. Okay, but the crits are whatever. I honestly don't care. I think the crits were pretty balanced, to be honest. They were both getting about the same amount of luck. It was slightly in Beraldinho's favor, so yeah. But that last one really sealed the deal. I don't know. So, all things considered, I'm not sure if I really like the team of Raichy's. I definitely don't like Beraldinho's team. I think I made that clear. But, whatever. Okay then. Bye. Bye-bye.